If you're trying to start an Amazon wholesale business in 2026, I'm going to save you about a year of your life in the next 20 minutes. I'm going to show you why most new wholesale sellers are doing this completely backwards. My name is Paul, and I've sold over $25 million through the Amazon wholesale model. And this one shift in thinking is the thing that separates sellers who end up making real money from the ones that ultimately spin their wheels, struggling to build their business for the past few years. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you the honest truth. The thing that nobody in this space is willing to tell you that I am. You probably want this to go faster than it actually does go, and I get it because everybody does. You watch a video like this and you want results today or next week, but here's what's real. Building a business takes time. This is going to take you a few months to really nail. Reaching out to suppliers, getting approved takes time. Building relationships takes time. But once you do it, you actually have a business, not a side hustle that dies the second a product goes out of stock, not a scan and price strategy that falls apart the moment that Amazon changes a rule. A real business with real suppliers that keeps producing whether you're working that day or not. Now, before I open up and demonstrate exactly what you need to be doing in your business in 2026, I need to get one thing straight with you as well, because if you miss this, the rest of the video doesn't matter. Most sellers are chasing the wrong thing. They sit on Seller Central or on Amazon.com all day hunting for products. They run scans. They look for one magical product that's going to make them money. But here is the problem. Every single product that Amazon sells, every single one, if it has a rank, somebody's buying it on Amazon. The question was never about, does this product sell? The question is, at what cost can I buy this product? That's the entire game. Money is not made when you find a product. Money is made when you find a supplier that gets you that product cheaper than everyone else. Two sellers can be looking at the same listing right now, trying to source that product. And one seller is losing money on every single sale because they have terrible pricing, but the other one is netting a healthy profit. Same product, same buy box, same strategy, different source. So when you sit down to build your business in 2026, you need to flip how you think about this. You are not in the product sourcing business. You are in the supplier sourcing business. And your job is to build relationships with the brands and distributors. That way they can give you a better cost than everyone else. And the products then take care of themselves after that. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, demonstrating every single process. Now, strategy one is the one that I want you to start with, which is the brand first reverse sourcing. So here's the logic. You already had brands on your account that you're ungated on. Whether you know it or not, Amazon is already approving you to sell certain brands. Those are the easiest path to revenue that you have because the gate is already open. There's no application. There's no invoices. There's no waiting. You can list and sell. So we're not going to find a supplier and hope you're ungated in what they carry. We're going to start with what you're already ungated in and then work backwards. Let's jump into the tool. Right now, I'm inside the brand research tool inside of third-party profits. Right here, this is showing every single brand on Amazon and what brands my specific account is ungated in. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. First thing is you're going to go to brand research on third-party profits, click brand restrictions, and then click on approval likely. This will then filter through every single brand on Amazon.com to then tell me what I can sell on Amazon today. Now, here's how you're going to turn this into money for your business. So here's a brand that I pulled up that's a great example of an opportunity for our business to make money. Here's Shine and Jam. Shine and Jam is going to be like the gels that people use for their hair. We can see that I'm ungated in this specific brand, as well as there's around $18,000 a month in revenue through the brand, as well as there's an average seller count of around 7 across all of the listings on Amazon.com. So now that I know that this is a brand opportunity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little truck button here and then click on Find Wholesalers. Now, this is going to bring you to where you can reverse source to either contact the brand directly and ask to open up a wholesale account, or you can look to see if they have a list of distributors. So here's a list of AmPro, which seems like the parent company or the manufacturer of brands like Shine and Jam or Ungate or Ultra Glow. And they mentioned that you are able to open up a distributor account directly with them. So this would also be known as going brand direct. They require a minimum amount of $100,000 and a 50 SKU assortment. For a lot of businesses, this won't be the right fit. So that's where you're going to want to go to the small quantity buyers and work with one of their distributors. So these are distributors that are authorized by the brands to be purchasing from. And we can see all these different companies like Ginny Beauty Corp. If we take their name and we do a quick search on Google, here's their website. And we can see on here as well that this is a wholesale distributor with multiple different locations. They have apparently good pricing, right? We can see some of the brands and the products that they sell. And ultimately, we know now that since we're ungated in this brand, this would be a good distributor to contact, as well as all these other companies here to open up wholesale accounts with them directly, because one of these suppliers is going to carry this brand at a profitable cost. That's how 7 other sellers on average are listing this product on Amazon. Now, the other option that we can use in our business is to simply just go brand direct. So here's a brand called Squeaky that has around $47,000 a month in revenue, where I'm ungated for that brand, and the average seller count is around 6, which means that there's other people offering this brand. So once again, I can either go and find distributors for the brand, or I can click on this Google button and then go directly to the brand's website and contact them to open up a wholesale account. So now that I know that I can sell that brand, once again, if I just do this over and over and over again through all the brands that other sellers are finding success in, that I'm ungated in, at some point you are going to find the sources that are carrying these brands and products at a profitable cost. Now, when you're trying to work with brands directly, you want to make sure that you're working with small to medium-sized brands, especially if you're brand new. It is not going to make sense to try to go to a Procter & Gamble or a Unilever or Johnson & Johnson, simply because these are billion-dollar companies and their MOQs are significant. You guys can see from the previous brand, even a brand on Amazon that's doing around $20,000 a month, their MOQ is around $100,000 per purchase order, which is obviously significant for anyone starting their business. So the majority of the time, you are going to want to purchase from an authorized distributor that is going to give you access to not just that brand, but other brands within that category that also could be ungated for your business. Now, when you're reaching out to a brand, something that you also want to do is ask for a list of their authorized distributors. That way, if they don't accept you as a direct wholesale customer, you have a path to be able to open up wholesale accounts with distributors. Now, the second strategy that we want to use is going to be more geared towards category-based research. So this ultimately is going to give you a better understanding of what categories should you be putting more time and attention to. So we can see, for me personally, grocery and gourmet is a massive category for my business, where I have a lot of brands ungated. There are significantly more brands ungated in grocery compared to almost every single category on Amazon. So if I know that primarily that category is ungated, that tells you a lot about where you should be hunting for suppliers and brands, right? So if I know that grocery is a great category, what I can simply do is click on this little suppliers button here. And now I can do a category search for specifically grocery and gourmet, and then start opening up wholesale accounts with authorized different distributors here. And just to simply put it, any wholesale supplier distributor that serves grocery is now a high value target for you, because you have a lot of brands ungated in grocery. And that logic also goes for beauty, for home and kitchen, for tools, for pet, for toys, whatever categories based on the data are your strongest for your business. So now your supplier search is way more targeted. Instead of randomly emailing suppliers and finding out half their catalog is gated for you, you go after the ones whose entire catalog overlaps with the categories that you're already cleared to sell. And most new sellers skip this because they don't have access to this information. They open accounts with suppliers and then they find out that 70% of their catalog is restricted on their account. And we don't want to do that. We want to match your supplier search to your ungating profile. Now, strategy 3, the supplier map. And this, to me personally, is one of the most optimized and best things to find opportunities for your business, because in step 2, we went over categories. We found the categories that we have the most ungated brands in, and we can use that not only to then find distributors on Google, but to also use that within the map where there's distributors and opportunities that live right here already. So what we can do is we can filter down by the industry. For me, like I said, grocery was a big industry. Tools was a big industry. Pet, health and household. Those are all great categories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter down for suppliers based on those specific categories. And now I'm going to see all these different opportunities, but we can see that, there are suppliers across the United States. But for me, I live in New Jersey. So maybe it makes sense to only focus on like regional type of distributors. So we can go to states, we can filter down by Northeast. And now we're going to see all of these different suppliers across the Northeast region that I can open up wholesale accounts with first that have a higher priority simply because of where they're located. Now you can see also in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a few different icons on the map. So we have all suppliers, we have brands, we have trade shows, we have prep centers, we have top suppliers. Everything that you see is gold are pre-vetted suppliers that are in the system that are authorized for your business. Not saying the other suppliers under the all suppliers aren't, but you want to make sure that you're doing your own due diligence. The next thing is brands. Brands are going to be located on the map. That way you can find local brands to you and try to build relationships with them directly. The next is going to be trade shows. Trade shows are one of the best ways to be able to get better pricing in your business and to create more opportunities. And there are a lot of trade shows in your backyard. You just don't know they exist. So you'll be able to see all of those trade shows and attend as many as possible to further build your business. And the last is going to be the prep centers. Let's say that you live in Texas, but you see tons of really great distributors. Like you can see here how there's stores everywhere in the Northeast. Maybe it makes sense for you to find a prep center in the Northeast, open up an account with them, and then that way you can ship inventory to their location and get access to the products that they have. So we can see throughout this entire process here that we're streamlining what matters the most, which is how do we find profitable sources where there's products and brands that we can actually sell in our business. Now, strategy 4 is that we need to funnel all of these opportunities into a leads list, right? Because if not, then how are we going to stay organized when we have all these new opportunities? What do those conversations look like? Have they denied us? Have they accepted us? So let's say that we see a supplier here that we want to be able to reach out to, like Imperial Distributors. Right here would be a company that maybe would make sense for us to want to go and open up a wholesale account with because they're carrying health and beauty, which we know that we have a lot of brands Ungate in beauty. So we can just simply click on add to supplier leads. And that would transfer that supplier from the map into the supplier pipeline on the software. So here's a pipeline that we can start building out of brands and distributors that we're interested in. Now, where most sellers screw up, and it's the difference between people who build a real wholesale business and the people who quit after 6 months, is every strategy that I showed you generates the leads, right? But you need to be able to make sure that you have that system. This is the exact system. That way nothing falls through the cracks. So how do we actually get leads in the system? So Ginny Beauty Supply is a supplier that I'm interested in. I'm just going to copy their website, go to add leads. We're just going to paste this in. We're going to type in Ginny Beauty. We don't have a contact name, so we're just going to copy that phone number, go back into the software. We're just going to paste that in and we're going to hit add to lead. We can also change this to distributor and maybe put a note, authorized distributor, ungated brand. Now we can go back to that list and then we can add another supplier in and just continue to repeat the process over and over and over and over again. And then from here, we can track this. Okay, so when do we contact them? If we contacted them today, we'll put in 05/15/2026 is when I'm recording this. And let's say that they declined you, and maybe after having that conversation, they told you why. No more e-commerce. That's the reason why they denied you. More or less, you want to keep track of the conversation. That way, when you go and you set a contact, so let's say that you want to follow up June 30th of 2026. Now you're going to see that date in your pipeline. You're going to get a reminder in the software. And that way you can go and then reach back out to them. If you don't know how to communicate or speak to the suppliers, we have scripts here to help with that process as well, whether you're contacting them through email or through a phone call. So this is the process of what you want to be doing in your business. Start with the brands that you're ungated in and focus on finding sources for those brands. Find the categories you have the most ungated brands in, or you want to use the supplier map to find new opportunities and suppliers for different categories. Reach out to them, open up a wholesale account, and then once again, go through the process. Now, for you as a business owner on Amazon, your goal is to open up as many wholesale accounts as possible. If you are struggling to find profitable products, the answers to your problems are always going to be, I need to open up more wholesale accounts, and that will allow me to get access to better products and better distributors. Your supplier pipeline is the most valuable asset your business has. Not your inventory, not your products, the relationships that you're building with suppliers. So you need to treat them like the asset that they are. Track every conversation, tag every single stage, put in next action on every single lead. Do that. And 90 days from now, you don't just have a list of suppliers that you've talked to. You have a pipeline, and a pipeline is what turns this from I'm trying to start an Amazon business into I'm running an Amazon business. And you start stacking it all together. But here's the thing. If you're not actively taking action on the suppliers that you're finding, then really nothing matters, right? So you need to start making contact, submitting applications, phone calls, emails, updating the stages in the supplier leads after every touch, because this is the part that most sellers never do. And most people scan products all day long and they never pick up the phone. Don't be most people. The wholesale game is won by the ones who actually reach out and the ones who stay organized while doing that. And run that for the next 90 days and you'll have more supplier opportunities and products than 95% of sellers on this platform. And that's how you build a real Amazon wholesale business. Every product that Amazon sells, money is made though on the buy from your supplier, not the sale. Your job is not to source products. Your job is to source suppliers. That's what's going to lead you to profitable products and ultimately make your business money. Now, you need to start with what you're already ungated in using the brand research on third-party profits. Match it to your strongest categories, layer in the supplier map to find those opportunities, and then funnel every single lead opportunity into your pipeline instead of having piles of half-finished conversations. Now, if you want to run these exact strategies and you're not yet a user of third-party profits, there'll be a link down below that you can go to book a demo call to see if this is the right fit. You'll get access to every single brand on Amazon to tell you what brands you're ungated in, all the categories that you're ungated in, the supplier map, the supplier leads, and significantly more. And if you have any questions or anything, or there was a specific strategy that you like the most or you're gonna be running with first, let me know down in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next one.